which says that Americans remain deeply divided over that shooting.
That's right. This is a YouGov and Huffington Post conducted poll. 28% said that Wilson, who is the police officer in question, was at fault and should be punished. 23% said he was fully justified in the shooting of the unarmed 18-year-old, and another 30% said that both Wilson and Brown made mistakes. So what's interesting to see in a poll like this is that regardless of facts, people are coming up with their own conclusions based on a whole host of factors, I suppose. So it is a very divisive issue. Take a look at this, Tom. This is a headline that's quite indicative of what we're seeing in terms of the grand jury's decision. It is incredibly rare for a grand jury to do what Ferguson's just did. This is, I suppose, just the facts speaking for themselves in terms of the rarity of decisions like this being handed down. The Huffington Post, or rather the Washington Post, is showing the rarity of a federal grand jury not indicting in this visualized form, and it is the veritable drop in the ocean. What you can see there is 11 dots in a very, I suppose, lightly pixelized grey image of over 162,000 federal cases in 2010. Grand juries declined to indict 11 times, so it is showing how rare that is. Now, another item that is getting a lot of coverage, photos of Darren Wilson's injuries, which were released in the course of the investigation, and you can see that the injuries, Tom, were mild, I think it is fair to say, bruising, etc., but nothing that is extremely, I suppose, eye-catching in terms of serious injuries. Now, I suppose that some people would find it even distasteful to judge the injuries that he has or does not have. But what you're seeing is on social media, some people casting aspersions about that. Those Wilson injuries in full, hurt feelings, shirt yanked, etc. And they are comments that have been vastly shared on social media. Graphic photos of Officer Wilson's injuries. So I suppose the point being made there is that he's alive and well, Tom. Unlike others. Other comments that we're seeing on social media, Reverend Al Sharpton, you have broken our hearts, but you have not broken our backs. So a lot of comments from prominent figures of the African-American community. Also messages of support from, for example, Palestine. Palestinians send messages of solidarity to Ferguson protesters. You also have this very prominent development economist based in Cairo, who became very much a Twitter star during the Tahrir Square protests on behalf of brown people everywhere, #America WTF. So it did generate an awful lot of comment from around the world, people saying that this said something about US justice, or perhaps a dual justice system.